President Zuma's economic legacy in South Africa, I'm joined by Simon Barber. He's a veteran South African journalist and a columnist for Business Day Live. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Rachelle.
So, Simon, given the legacy that we know about President Zuma and how the economy has fared under his leadership, this political standoff that we're now in the midst of, what does this all spell out for the economy?
Well, I think that we're going to get a nice jump as soon as President Zuma steps down, which I will be, if not tomorrow, very soon. I'm fairly confident. But then we're in for a rough period. Incoming President Ramaphosa, assuming that he is chosen by the Parliament to be the next president, faces a number of massive challenges on unemployment, which, as your reporter said, is running 28%, and growth really below 1%, although the Reserve Bank is now projecting about 1.4% for this year. He's got to restart the economy. And he's going to be presenting his new finance minister. We're assuming we're going to get a new finance minister as soon as he comes in, replacing the current incumbent, Minister Gigaba. And that new minister will probably be someone, will either be Pravin Gordhan, who President Zuma fired, or Pravin Gordhan's former deputy, Mcebisi Jonas. They have got to present a budget that satisfies the rating agencies, in particular Moody's. Moody's on March 23rd is due to issue its latest rating for South Africa. And we're one notch above junk level with Moody's. If we go below that, we're in deep trouble. So
what do we know about Mr. Ramaphosa's plans to tackle some of these issues in the economy, like unemployment, the labor force, and really spurring growth?
Well, a very interesting point in today's press conference by the ANC Secretary General, Ace Magashula, when he listed the three challenges that they face, and the order he put them in was growth, unemployment, and transformation. Now, transformation is the catchword for things like land reform and redistribution and the rest of it. It is interesting to me that he put growth at the top of the list. And of course, that's natural, because if you don't get growth, you don't get anything else. So President Ramaphosa, if we can call him that now, his major task right up front is going to be able to get some kind of historic compromise with business and labor, in which labor is going to allow the labor market to open up, to create more employment, because unless you get the employment, you get growth. So that's what he's up against.
Now, let's also look at another challenge. We know that other than President Zuma being tied to corruption, we also have a lot of these state-owned companies tied to a lot of these scandals. How much are those concerns affecting the business confidence, the business environment in South Africa?
Well, I think they've been affecting it hugely. I mean, you've had the state-owned airline, for example, hemorrhaging. Their balance sheets are all in very poor shape. Eskom, although ANC President Ramaphosa has already taken steps to put in new management at Eskom, which is the national power generating national utility. But those have become a huge drag on the economy, and those are going to be, there's going to have to be a great cleaning of the Augean stables on their boards, which were heavily, that's part of the great state capture narrative, which is a lot of outgoing President Zuma's cronies were put in there, and basically the accusation is that they were basically looting them.
Now, what about opportunities? What do you see as the real growth drivers for South Africa at the moment? And what are perhaps some untapped opportunities?
Well, I think obviously we've got to get mining back on track. In the Zuma years, the mining industry has lost confidence. There's been great confusion over the new mining charter and the obligations that mining companies have to meet in terms of black economic empowerment and the like. So mining, I think, because Ramaphosa comes from a mining background, he launched the National Union of Mine Workers. He has a great deal of credibility there. He also has a great deal of credibility with the mining houses, that you will be able to get, again, a deal of some sort there. So mining is still the bedrock of the economy. Right. But then also, I think there are great opportunities in renewable energy. Infrastructure, I mean, obviously there's going to have to be a lot of work done in the Cape, where climate change is leading to drought, and we're now facing water cutoff there. So I think there are huge opportunities there.
Well, thank you as always for your insights. Simon Barber there, columnist for Business Day Live.